In this section, you will learn how to use hidden labels in your form to gain granular control over what reference data the server-side workflow script will update. Your script needs to be able to determine whether the user modified any of the data that the system sent to his or her phone. For this, it needs a reference that it can compare the user input with, label controls that you also bind to the same reference data. The text boxes and labels start out with the same values, but the user can edit the values in the text boxes and the dropdown and not the values in the labels. When the user submits the form, your server-side script will be able to compare the values in the user-editable controls with the non-editable values, and only update the rows that the user actually modified. Add a hidden label below each of the text boxes and dropdown. Make the labels reference the same column of the contact reference table as the editable control above them. This basically means that you need to make sure that the refarg attribute of all the hidden labels is the same as their visible counterparts. Save the form. Next, you'll change the workflow script to make it compare the labels and text boxes. In the upgraded workflow script, the basic unit of change will no longer be the complete reference table. It will selectively update only the rows that the user has modified. This workflow script cannot handle the cases when different users of the form make conflicting changes to the same row. You'll make one that is ready for conflicting changes in the next section. Open your workflow script file. Inside the first for each loop, introduce the marked deleted variable to mark the rows that the user wants to delete. You'll find the script much easier to manage if you do. Introduce the isEdited variable to mark the rows that the user has modified in any way. Do this by comparing the values in the text boxes with the hidden labels. Make the script delete the current row if it is checked, like before, but only update the current row if the user has edited it. Save and publish the solution artifacts as usual. Open the form on your device. Set up another user in the Rocky Jupiter company and log in on a different device to test the modified workflow script. Go to the Users tab and click the New User link. Enter the details for the new user account. Enter your own phone number for the new user so that you'll be able to activate the account. When you're done, click the Create link. Activate the new user just as you did your original developer account, and don't forget to assign all the forms to the new user. Open the contact form on the second device to make sure that the client doesn't synchronize. Submit the contact form with a modified row from the first device, and submit the contact form with a different modified row from the second device. Synchronize each of the devices, and open the contact form again. Check the lists and see that neither of the changes was lost. Now that you're quite skilled at writing Mobilengine server-side scripts, you can go on to perfect this script. You can even make it handle the tricky situation when a user wants to edit data that another user has already deleted from the reference table.